you don't really need to start with a chess master.
No.
I mean, you can either be good at chess or good at figuring out the singles from your anal probe.
Yes.
But you don't actually need both.
No, you don't. But it does make you want to try, though, doesn't it?
I've been trying for years. I don't know anything about chess. I think mine might be broken, chess. Actually.
Yeah, like, checkmate! Checkmate!
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, what do you think is the most repulsive thing about American culture?
Where do we start? I think it's your lack of choice as far as presidents are concerned. It's mind-blowing that you go into a coffee shop, you can have there's more options for milk than president. You have 1%, 2%, half and half, which in England is bisexual, and yet you get to the ballot box and it's the liar or the tripper, and it's just so wild when you consider what you people have done down the years. You invented the telephone, the aeroplane, peanut butter and jelly. You've done everything, and now what have you become? Just these two dusty fucks. Like, how do you not join ISIS? Like, it must blow your mind, man. And it must be like, because, presumably everyone in the room is pro-Biden, but that's a hard like, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like if, when Freddie Mercury died, if they replaced them with Joe Biden, it's just, it's not good.
No, and I think sometimes it is good to sit with these feelings before we decide we're going to do everything we possibly can to convince ourselves that we're excited to do everything we can to make sure that Donald Trump loses and Joe Biden wins, because despite the fact that he's 80 and not as sort of spry as he once was, he's actually done a very good job as president. And sure, I wish we didn't live in a society where our only options for leaders are people who remember the Bay of Pigs, but but that's not the lot we were given. That's not the options before me. And I don't have a lorry filled with bisexual. I have fat-free and poison.
Yes. But what I love most about that is that presumably that's your dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could pick this up, but you were working yourself up into such a lather that your dog was going because your dog clearly recognises that rage.
Yeah.
Pundit has clearly seen you talking to the TV, and she's like, "Not now, Dad. Dad, come on, go to your happy place.
Come on."
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've done many talk shows down the years. I've never seen a dog can't growl and try and calm down the host. Well, that's when you know you're too far gone, man. When you apparently dogs can smell your psychological state. So Pundit must be breathing through her teeth because you see you on the edge.
Yeah, no, I think she does smell the fear and anger in the room.
Yeah.
And that is me. But that's always me. It's sort of like her baseline. I think that's how she knows I'm here and that she's safe.
But she calmed you down.
She did calm me down. She did calm me down. Come on. You guys have dogs over there?
Yeah, we do. In fact, I've got a dog called Archie, and I live in a part of London. My dog is the only dog that doesn't wear clothes. He's old school. Do you know what I mean?
Cool, yeah.
I saw like a greyhound, big dog. I saw one of those the other day wearing shoes, and it looked like the poor thing. It looked like an NBA player on acid. It was just just walking like that.
They're not meant to have shoes.
They're not meant to have shoes.
They're not meant to have them.
And it looked like my dog was looking at that dog going, "Poor fucker." Do you know what I mean? There was that real sense of can't believe his fucking owner. She's dressed, and it was a her, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Just every little shoe, poor thing.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't make sense to just have one or two.
It would help the dog.
Yeah, the dog would like it more.
Yeah, man.
Hey, what do you think about the banning of that Bully XL? That they're trying to ban some kind of a dog that they blame on us.
They what on us?
Don't they blame that on the U.S., that dog?
It's called a Bully XL, so I don't know if that's a US dog. Are you thinking that's an obesity reference? I don't understand.
Well, I don't really remember now. And I just
is it based in the US?
I thought that in some sense they thought it was an American import of some kind, but I may be misremembering a story I barely paid attention to. But the point is they're trying to ban this dog because I think the dog is dangerous.
It's very dangerous, yeah. It's that we're kind of banning it because there's just been this spate. The Daily Mail newspaper, there's like someone just giggled at the mere mention of it, which indicates you're a good crowd.
It's the Daily Mail
but they
is
have
where
like videos, just random videos of like just dogs leaping up at people, and you know when you haven't so I haven't even clicked on it, and you've shown me the image, but this seems to be happening a lot in the UK. Dogs are kind of just leaping up and sort of killing people. It's brutal. But there's no funny way out of it. But
that's not happening here. So that's something that we have that you don't.
You're
That's
winning.
something you have.
Yeah.
You may have all these cool milks, but at least you're not lying down on the side of a road bleeding to death because a dog bit you.
That's correct. Yeah.
That's something Trump and Biden aren't doing.
No, but
not yet, except for one of his. Actually, Biden is doing that.
Yeah. But he doesn't know that he's doing that. So it's fine.
It's not his fault. Hey, did you see that Piers Morgan interviewed that guy, the chess player, who was accused of having a kind of cheating by having something in his butt that gave him the answers?
I didn't, but I've never wanted to see something more. So he was cheating because he had...
So the claim is that he had some sort of a device in his I think you call it a bum that would vibrate to send him messages about where to move the pieces.
How skillful is his anus?
Yes.
Because I think you could prod and poke my ass as much as you want, but I don't think I would know what it meant.
Well, I don't think it's like
do you know what I mean? If you you put your finger there and you're right, I will move my rook.
Right. No, as you say that, you're raising an interesting point. I guess it could be Morse code.
But if it's Morse code. But if it's a chess move, it's sort of if it's up your ass and it's like did it, and you're like I agree. Well, I just don't know how talk about 10,000 hours.
Yeah, they say practice does make perfect.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it'll pay off one day, Mum, and I get out my room. Do you know what I mean? It's extraordinary. Surely you're better off just learning how to play chess.
Because
that isn't something you pick up instantly. It's not like the first time the dildo goes up there and you're like, do you know what? I'm a champion.
Right, it is. Right. And also, by the way, you don't really need to start with a chess master.
No.
I mean, you can either be good at chess or good at figuring out the singles from your anal probe.
Yes.
But you don't actually need both.
No, you don't. But it does make you want to try, though, doesn't it?
I've been trying for years. I don't know anything about chess. I think mine might be broken, chess. Actually.
Yeah, like, checkmate! Checkmate!
Yeah, I think it's working.
Yeah.
But it's not really. I can't. It's not. I can't.
Yeah, they cut that scene from the Harry Potter chess bit. But just got rid of it. It didn't work. Test crowd were like, nah, it's a bit much. It's bloody harmless. Hey, sorry, Pundit. This isn't what you signed up for.
This isn't what you signed up for. All right.
Hey, man.
At least we can agree on one thing. Our countries are the disgusting brothers of the world.
Yes,
which is
we
why
are.
We really are. Which is why we wanted to engage you in a segment we're calling At Least That Wasn't Us. Or the UK. City of Lovett. Interesting. I'm going to read you a piece of news. You will guess what country it happened in. And Bob's your uncle. We both heave a tremendous sigh of relief and say, oh, thank God, at least it wasn't us for once.
Okay.
Here we go. This country's House Speaker had to step down this week after praising, you guessed it, a veteran who had fought for the Nazis. Which country was this?
That is Canada.
That is correct.
The vetting process is extraordinary. I had to show ID to get into this building. And yet a Nazi just walked into the Canadian Parliament and took the applause. It was two standing ovations.
Well, I can see how that happens because you don't when a group of people start clapping, you don't check for references. You join. You just think, well, it's like a standing ovation at a play that was just okay.
Right.
You're like, I guess we're doing it. You don't want to be an asshole. And then everyone does a standing ovation at the end of every fucking thing now.
Yeah.
The end of like every musical is like, this musical is not standing ovation good. A standing ovation used to mean something. And it didn't mean this. But they all applauded.
And again, the noise from Pundit.
When I get a little...
I like you. I don't think anyone's ever drifted from Nazi to musical theatre that quickly. That's an extraordinary segue, isn't it?
It's like me and Trump.
Nazis are bad. I tell you what, I didn't like Wicked.
We don't say a bad word about Wicked on this stage.
I struggle with musicals. Just say it. You don't have to sing. You're in the rain. Don't fucking sing about it, mate. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Well,
Not if you got diabetes. Shut up. Okay. That's that chess player's anus.
Yeah. Now, so the speaker, we already covered this. Anyway, he was a member of the 14th Waffen Grenadier Division of the SS.
Yeah.
So that was a mistake.
It was a huge error. Yeah, he's gone now, isn't he? But it's the fact that he took the applause. Like, when did they figure out? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I can't believe I'm getting away with this.
Yeah, but he was just sort of like waving at them and they were kind of applauding. And it's just like, I just imagine the conversation afterwards. So what was the worst part of the war for you? And he's like, when we lost. Yeah. And they're like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I'm not doing it. All right. A proud citizen of this country was fined for taking his snake surfing. Took his snake
surfing. That feels like Australia.
You got it.
Oh, there you go.
That's good. He would have gotten away with it too if he hadn't filmed his snake surfing and put it online.
And he's a politician?
No, just a person.
Okay.
Just a guy with a snake and a surfboard having a good time.
But that's
down under.
But that's all right, though, isn't it?
Apparently, it must have been happening enough that they had introduced some kind of a penalty.
Right. Again, that feels all right to me. I would put that on America's Got Talent. I'd watch that. I mean, if you had a surfing snake...
Who's that bothering? Nobody.
What
kind of problem is that going to cause? Nothing.
The only people that's annoying are the fish.
Right.
Like, why weren't we given the option?
But it's not like they love the surfing to begin with.
They might do. I've never seen a fish surf. It's never been given the choice, but the point I'm making, you've had to go and get a snake, whereas before, if you're in the sea, you've got a fish there, you go, hey mate, do you fancy a go? Whereas the snake's miles away. I mean, it just makes no geographical sense.
Makes no geographical sense.
Exactly.
They don't belong out there. That's not where they belong.
Yeah.
And we all know that. And that's why you have to pay the fine.
Exactly.
An amusement park ride in this nation stalled abruptly over the weekend, leaving riders stranded 75 feet up in the air and dangling upside down for nearly 30 minutes.
Okay, that feels like France?
It should be, but it was Canada.
Okay.
It was Canada. The lumberjack ride featuring two hydraulic arms.
It's called the lumberjack ride.
Yeah, it was giant axes. And it crapped out at Canada's Wonderland amusement park in Ontario on Saturday. Then the people were stuck up there, and then somebody that was worked at the park screamed up at the people dangling, "Are you okay?" And they all screamed back, "No!" What are you going to say? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But that's how polite Canadians are. They're like, this must be the ride. Yeah. Just 40 minutes.
Oh, don't worry about us.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
The government body for gymnastics in this proud nation issued an apology on Monday after a viral video showed an official skipping over a
Ireland.
Yeah. Yes, that was Ireland. An official skipped over a young black gymnast during a medal presentation.
Yeah, it's horrible, yeah.
I'm realizing now in my mind I pictured physically skipping, but I'm realizing it was a metaphorical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, wait, in what context was someone jumping over someone? And now I understand because of the medal ceremony part. The video drew condemnation from Simone Biles, among others, so close to humiliation for the UK, but not quite.
Yeah, but it's so upsetting and depressing. I don't understand it. But did they not have enough medals? Or did she just sort of not deem her worthy? It's just
I don't know. It seems like something you could fix in the moment quite quickly.
Yeah.
A university in this country is going to offer the nation's first degree in being a social media influencer.
The UK?
It's Ireland again.
Okay.
Students can apply to earn a Bachelor of Arts in Content Creation and Social Media at Southeast Technical University starting in November. That's depressing, don't you think?
It's unbelievably depressing. But how do you even teach that? Do you know what I mean? Like, lesson 1. Right, this is about being vapid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You think you're self-obsessed, you got to take it up a notch. Now, do you just eat your food? Yeah, sometimes. We'll take a photo of it. What blows my mind is it's not just like one item of the food. It'll be like the starter, the main, and the dessert all at the same time, and somebody going like that. No one ever eats like that, ever. No one's ever gone to a restaurant. Can you give me all the food right now? So I can have a photo of me gurning at it like that. Mind-blowing.
Food, Babies, and Dreams.
Great album.
Great album. People think their own is more interesting than other people do.
That's correct. Very much so.
I'm thinking about the first day of social media class, and you show up, and the professor's like, "Now I assign 3 books for each of you to read. Did you read them? You did? Well, you failed." Your first test.
Yeah.
Get those fucking books out of here. You won't need to look at another one of those things for the rest of your life because you're getting a degree in TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know when it's your nan's birthday? Do you ring her up and tell her? Yeah, I do actually. Wrong! Go on TikTok and tell your nan through TikTok.
Yeah.
But my nan's not on TikTok. I don't give a fuck where your nan is. It's mind-blowing. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Ring her. I don't care. Just ring your mum. Your mum's not following you on Instagram, you self-obsessed prick. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? I'm sorry if anyone does that, but it's wrong. Your mum's not following you. Just call your mum.
Just call your mom.
Yeah.
Hey, just call your mom. A drunk tourist broke a statue one day after it was unveiled following a 3-year, $150 million refurbishment in this country.
Let's go. That feels England.
The country was Belgium, but the tourist was from Ireland.
Oh, really? Oh, my God. What was the statue of?
The tourist climbed into the statue, which is outside the Brussels Stock Exchange, breaking off a sword and causing $19,000 worth of damage. On the other hand, that's too expensive for a statue, $150 million. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's the Belgians, man. Chocolate, waffles, and statues. That's what they're known for.
It's too much. Let's do this one last. A man from this country faked his own kidnapping to spend New Year's Eve with a woman other than his partner. That's a cool move. So aggressive. Such a huge thing to make up.
So he faked his own death.
Basically, he faked his own kidnapping.
Right.
Which is a huge thing to fake because once you're found, people are going to be like, yeah, we're going to keep looking into it.
Yeah.
Like when someone gets kidnapped and then returned, everyone's like, well, no harm, no foul. It continues to be an issue.
Yeah.
People come back to it.
But New Year's Eve is kind of the one day where you can say, oh, things got out of hand. Sorry, I didn't make it back. You've got an inbuilt
so much
alibi.
traffic.
Yeah, but no, when there's parties going on, and
Right.
he didn't need to do that. How did he fake his kidnapping? What did he do?
I'm not sure. The man had been court ordered to reimburse the police for their 200 hours of labor on the search. He pretended to have been kidnapped by an unknown Middle Eastern man, and miraculously was returned unscathed. That is so intense. It's gone too far. You're talking to the police. You've introduced racism into it because you're panicked and you're racist. And now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
But that says a lot about the police as well. They're kind of going like, oh yeah, he's been kidnapped. A Middle Eastern man. Okay, let's get on it. So
it's probably fake. You said Middle Eastern man.
Yeah.
Lights and sirens, boys.
That's unbelievable. Where was that?
It was Australia.
Was it?
Well, Australia and Ireland are doing well in this competition.
God, that's mind-blowing. 200 hours trying to find where he was just at her house.
It seems he was just wanted to have sex with a different person.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I know right now. And I can't say more because I had my defamation training today, so I'm trying not to go beyond the facts. And it's ringing in my fucking ears.
Yeah, it's at the same place as the Instagram.
It's a different. Yeah, it's two. Yeah, they're side by side. They're two different institutes.
Yeah, very different worlds.
Yeah, they hate each other. They're rivals. They're rivals for sure. Bisexual milk. That's what you call it.
No. Being half and half in the UK means you're bisexual.
Oh my goodness, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I see.
Do you see?
I see. I'm sorry. So when
it's a British play on words.
I'm so glad.
What did you think I meant? Excuse. Oh, I might have some bisexual milk with my tea.
I thought you were making a fun little joke.
I want the milk to go both ways.
That's what I thought. I see now.
It was a little
half
joke.
And half is a term for being bisexual.
That's right.
Bisexual isn't a term for half and half.
No. It was a simple little joke on the way to a bit. I was improvising. I was on the fly,
and I loved it.
You loved it, and the whole crowd laughed. Presumably, you understood it.
They did.
Yeah. But you thought I meant bisexual milk.
Well, I knew it wasn't.
Yes.
I thought it was I thought that was part of it. Like a little joke, like we call half and half bisexual. I reversed it. I took another step that I shouldn't have, and I fell down.
That's fine. You frothed that milk up.
You bet.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you so much, Russell.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
This was so much fun.
Genuinely one of the weirdest talk shows I've ever done. But I really enjoyed it.
Isn't it strange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really odd. Like,
it's surprisingly popular.
No, I can see why. It's fun.
Yeah.
But it's like all the way through this, there was a snoring dog. And it's hot. Like, do you know what I mean? You're trying to be entertaining, but I'm trying to work a human audience and a dog. And because if you hear... irrespective whether it's human or animal, you think this isn't going great.
No, it throws you off for sure. It
really does. But there were bits that you really liked.
The humans
liked. The dog not so keen. But there was never a happy medium. When it was silence, all you could hear was Pundit.
Yeah, it raises the stakes in a sense.
I loved it, and now she leaves. There you go.
Check out Russell's website, russell-howard.co.uk, to see his dates for his U.S. tour that starts on October 4th. Everybody go check it out. And his new podcast, Wonderbox, which launches on October 11th. When we come back, it's not what it looks like. We can explain.
Hey! Thanks.
That's great. Thank you so much. Why not?